Mama, get shopping. Apa bapak?
If you do want to sit downstairs, you can. I can.
That was the papa.